the 39 steps? Who is the mother of tears? Why did the bat cross the moon? New Rochelle is full of new romantics on the wrong side of the Atlantic. Enemies long for each other. The only other ones who know the whole story or even care. I'm the only one who understands your motives, your secrets, your real name.
And hell is full of thankless hearts. Let mine not be counted among them. I will spit on your grave when the winter comes. But at your grave I shall be. The apple was Eve.
Are these the 39 steps? And who kissed the mother of tears? When will the bat cross the moon? Enemies learn from each other. For some other side, to some other story to care. Some way to justify their motives, their actions, suicidal obsessions, your secret, real, fake name. And hell is full of faithless hearts. Let mine not be counted among them. I will spit on your grave when the winter comes. But at your grave I'll survive. The apple will live. Were those the 39 steps? Was she the mother of tears? Did that bat cross the moon? Is New Rochelle still full of new romantics on the wrong side of the Atlantic? Is hell still full of faithless hearts? Is mine now counted among them? I will sit at your grave when the winter comes. At your grave I shall lay. The apple was Eve.
It isn't any wonder that you ended up in prison. You wrote me off like a tax. Now you ask why I don't write you back? Fuck that. You're unforgiven. Back in in junior high. I must have been around 12. I was outside of school at the sound of the bell when all of a sudden I heard shouting and yelling, and I got caught up in the crowd as it swelled. That's when I saw a girl getting pounded and pelted by 4 young boys all around her who held her surrounded and helpless. And I just stood there dumbfounded and spellbound, wondering how I could help, but still feeling like one hell of a coward as well, wishing for some.
Everybody's talking to me like some kind of delusion. I don't care what all the patches say. Y'all ain't gonna fight. Y'all are gonna run and hide. Either we follow the leader like good little sheep, or we're all gonna fucking die.
Next, I gotta grab me a fix. In mine. Punch him in the dick, what? Punch him in the dick, what? Motherfuckers talk shit, I'ma punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, punch him in the dick. Motherfuckers talk shit, I'ma punch him in the dick. Yo, look at that chump, see the way that he struts. Don't kick him in the run, go nuts on his nuts. Just pop a squat, start letting off the shots. Like knock, 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 just go cock this gun. To all the cock knockers, nutcrackers, ball breakers, heater beaters, more boxing than baby makers. With a sock to the jaw, better make that a double. Just a couple rounds of knuckles beneath the buckle and he'll buckle. If you're in trouble, give him some you're in trouble. Hand him his balls and tell him better learn to juggle. Turn his pebbles into rubble, make him wonder what might have been. Make it sound as sound but never rise again. Now every man claims to be the toughest and the meanest, but watch your crotch, cause soon the losers will be the winners. And the winners in all the gladiator arenas are always the ones that go straight for the penis. So punch him in the dick, what? Punch him in the dick, what? Fucking talk shit, I'ma punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, punch him in the dick. Motherfucker talk shit, I'ma punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, what? Punch him in the dick. Motherfucker talk shit, I'ma punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, punch him in the dick. You motherfuckers talk shit, I'ma punch him in the dick. I'll give you willy and welt like you ain't never felt. Soon as I've knelt, I'ma pelt you below the belt like bang. Bust him in the wang like it ain't no thing. Now he really can't hang, but you ain't gotta be a dude. Should I dick punch a chick? Cause I don't discriminate when I punch him in the dick. Whether Susie Homemaker or a floozy home wrecker, I'm a decker in the pecker, motherfucker. It could be your mama, better be no drama. You could be the Dalai Lama, I'ma still put it on you with a right, left, yo, dick punched. Then you say, goddamn, my shit's crunched. Scrotum, hella damn near killed him. I don't care if you live in Boulder, man, forget about children. You ain't gotta know kung fu to bust some ninja shit. Fuck Sun Tzu, you wanna learn the art of what? Punch him in the dick, what? Punch him in the dick, what? Fuckers talk shit straight, punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, punch him in the dick. Motherfuckers talk shit straight, punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, what? Punch him in the dick. Motherfuckers talk shit straight, punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, punch him in the dick. You motherfuckers talk shit, punch him in the dick. We got a brand new dance called Punch His Ass Right in the Dick. We got a brand new dance called Punch His Ass Right in the Dick. Any of you snotty kids be talking shit, I'ma drop a fist on your naughty bits. I got punches of plentiful. You bet your rear end it'll sting when I start swinging on your genitals, cause then it'll swell up all out of proportion, looking like an eggplant forced in through your foreskin. Never mind abortion, forget vasectomy. I got your birth control, pow, nut check, homie. I punch God in the dick, I punch Mary in the dick, I punch Jesus Christ in the dick. Yo, I punch Cheney in the dick, I punch Powell in his colon, I punch George in his bush, I punch Condoleezza Rice in the dick. Punch him in the dick, what? Punch him in the dick. Motherfuckers talk shit straight, punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, punch him in the dick. You motherfuckers talk shit, well, I'ma punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick, punch him in the dick. Motherfuckers talk shit straight, punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick.
and bones fuck. I'm the one that's had to step back inside the freak, living in a nation where the chic all look like junkies. I find your skin and bones funky. I want a girl with something in the trunking, but if the metrics ain't flat, then there hits so much to tell you fat.
All that.
Skip on me for the ideal of the ski industry. Think they're visionaries, but I call them all assassins. With their judgments they're passing. Tell a girl I'm thirsty what she has to fit her ass in. Silicone on a stick, ain't nothing less than natural, I think. You take a step, I'll take the blue. Outside that torrid dressing room, that's where you find me chillin'. So take K miles, 'cause I want K minutes. The FNF18 reads PH to me. I said the FNF18 reads PH to me. Skinny mini, get the fuck out my face. You look like you're about to waste away to nothing. I want a girl with some stuffing, a couple extra pads of butter on that muffin. It ain't a fetish, it's taste, but those are hits to waste your body grace. And Mr. Perfect with your insecurities, your boyanties make nigga please, you're all about juking. Big mama's got something cooking, won't admit it, but you hit it where your boys ain't looking. But in the end it's your loss, allow each other's spot to be the boss. Your true desires, they shine through when others' eyes are not on you. So you can fake
you tell me that we want something more than just more beer? And my friends, if that ain't true, won't you lie to me tonight? Oh yeah! Well, I've been listening to minor great records all day and shit. If I did not know every word, I sing along as I tie off. And Ian screams he's out of step as I throw the cotton into the spoon, drop into the syringe. I'll know just what he means until I hit a vein. But after that, I won't have to bother with knowing who I am for a while at least. In a moment, the whole world is gonna melt around me, and I'll swear I don't miss it as I lie to you tonight. 'Cause I'm afraid to look the world in the eye. If nothing's gonna change, well then, I'd rather die. And not too unemployed to organize a union. I'm too intoxicated to tear down a building. I'm too hopeless to look for a solution. I'm afraid that if I found one, I'd be out of excuses for the way I waste away in the gutters that I chose, like fashion accessories to go with my dirty clothes. I haven't bathed in months, but you know it's not because I've been fighting bourgeois morals. I'm just lazy and I'm young. I've seen the best minds of my generation dying drunk or high from the rooftops of the parking lots. Stop the death in West Philadelphian squats. They got me waiting on a day when we can say fuck the police with a little bit of integrity. When it'll mean I've got your back if you've got mine. Give me a scene where I believe in more than bad haircuts, guilt, and misery. I don't know where I fit between the vegans and the nihilists. That might be the first thing I said that wasn't a lie tonight. 'Cause there's gotta be something more than lying in the front yard naked screaming at the constellations. I want something more than an apology to say when I look the world in the eye. I'll tell you, man, my friend William came to me with a message of hope. It went fuck you and everything that you think you know. If you don't step outside the things that you believe, they're gonna kill you. Say no one's gonna stop you from dying young and miserable and right. If you want something better, you gotta put that shit aside. I thought about how for thousands of years there have been people who told us that things can't go on like this. From Jesus Christ to the diggers, from Baptist to Thurston, from Karl Marx to Huey Newton, but the shit goes on and 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 on. I'm not saying that we can't change the world, 'cause everybody does at least a little bit of that. But I won't shit myself. The way I'm living is a temper tantrum, and I need something else, need something else, need something else to stay alive. Whoa.
Ayo, DSP projecting here. And that last song was specifically played so I'd have something to talk about the second I went live, because this is a lot more overwhelming than I expected it to be. And wow, this is awesome. I just want to, before I go into the rant about the song, I just want to thank everyone for watching so far, joining me tonight. Even if you just watched one of my videos one time, or none of them, and you just ended up here, I really do appreciate it. This is already grown into something much bigger than I ever thought it would be at this time. I do have a certain level of confidence in my skills, but I do understand I am at the mercy of the algorithm, and I'll be the first to admit I feel like the algorithm... I thought the... Sorry, I'm laughing at chat. But I think the algorithm's been very nice to me, and, you know, I can't deny that, knowing that you are all here joining me tonight. But that last song, it was about a Nazi propaganda filmmaker. I'm laughing at my kitty there. And, you know, how she had to cope with what she did during the war, the movies she made, what they were about, and she had to live with that after the war. You know, just like the scene in Inglourious Bastards where, you know, that Nazi thought he got to take his uniform off. Just like DSP, you know, he thinks he gets to take the vest off, the glasses off, you know, and call it a day and put it in the past and just never take responsibilities of the actions. And, you know, that's the spiel of the rant. I'd rather talk about my cat. You would rather talk about my cat. My cat is so cute. So get this, though. I rescued her, right? All the claws, all the paws, kept it like that. They actually tell you, you know, you're not supposed to do that. It's common sense. And I don't believe for a second that DSP got Jasper Kitty with the front claws already removed, especially the way he says, like, oh, it's only the front, not the back, and that's unusual. He adds that extra bit of detail when actually that's exactly what they do all of the time. So he's pretending to be surprised by this to kind of make it seem like he didn't do it, but actually he knows the truth and is just doing his classic DSP stuff. All right, moving on positively. I'm sorry, this is like just so overwhelming. So I'm gonna probably be just stealing a lot of stuff from other detractors just to kind of get by. I don't really plan on doing this too much longer. Probably till about 10 o'clock tonight. Like I said, I just really wanted to work out any of the tech issues, getting everything set up the first time. You know, it's definitely a bit of a challenge, but you know, I haven't been doing this for 16 years, and I had to get to this point pretty much overnight. And I'm actually pretty happy with the way things came. And that's one of my biggest issues with Phil. Sorry, I should have muted the mic, pulling a DSP over here. And that's one of my biggest issues with Phil is he just needs to make small marginal improvements every day. He already has a strong foundation, a channel with just a huge amount of subs. It would just be so easy if he could actually watch his content and say, hey, what's one thing I could improve on? What's something I could learn to do better? And then actually use that time and put in the effort instead of just focusing on RGB lights that he pays a subscription for. It's insane. I actually have a notepad full of talking points if there's any dead air. And this is not a bit. I actually probably pay for what you could consider to be an online RGB subscription too. So, you know, pot calling the kettle black here, but we'll get into that after I get a little bit nervous. And thank you, Paprika. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. That's pretty much all I'm asking for tonight is likes, subscriptions. That's huge to me right now. That's more than anything can go. I talk a lot about investing on this in channel, and really right now, using that momentum in the algorithm, that means more to me than any monetary contribution could, because that's going to help me grow to the point where in a year this channel will be probably paying a good chunk of that monthly payment on my pied d'etre in France. But, you know, to learn about that, you'll have to watch the members only videos and stop being a withholder. I'm kidding. They're all going to be paywall for a month. Then everyone gets to see them for free. I'm just kind of showing how simple it is to invest. I'm 10 years younger than DSP, and I just want to show him kind of how precarious of a position he's put himself, because time is one of the most important functions in investing, and it's just such a simple thing to do, but you have to take small steps today that are going to pay off 10 years from now. And, you know, the point of those videos are going to be to show everyone that. So, long story short, the chat is set to subscribers only mode. I did that on purpose to get the subscribers. I'm a slime ball just like DSP. I know. All right, so honestly, everything's going pretty good so far. Bianca is out of the way. That's the little kitty's name. She's got the little white mouth. It's so cute. Hopefully we'll get some more shots of her. But basically, I just want to use this stream as an opportunity to point out literally everything that's going to go wrong with DSP's Lego stream, because I guarantee it's going to be a disaster. Just alone, you know, put aside DSP's poor attitude, his inability to follow directions. What's the coordination skills? You know, I don't think I've said this, and I don't think anyone's had this theory in the community. I know DSP always says it's the netcode's the issue. I don't think the netcode's the issue. I think it's DSP. I think he just says the netcode's the issue. I think it's his coordination skills. He's an old man. No, I'm kidding, obviously. But I think it's really going to show there, because, you know, he's not going to have the netcode to blame when he's working at his own pace, and I believe he's still going to fail. Sorry, the cat's in the way again, so I'm just trying to buy a little bit of time. But first off, you know, you've seen his setup when he zooms out. It looks horrible. I'm going to mute the mic just so I can move it a little bit over, and hopefully my little cart that it's attached to doesn't fall over. And my friends, I was just struck by karma. After all the shit I've talked about DSP and his boom arms, mine is barely long enough to get to this Lego scene that I had set up. But, you know, I think we're going to make it work. Let me know if I sound okay. You know, throw some sad faces in chat if this sounds worse than it did before. But basically, I know if you see my last video, I kind of ran down a lot of the points that I made. You all know how far away DSP's camera is when he does his DSP tries it. He picked the tiniest plants. This isn't one large plant he picked. This is a set of multiples for scale. This would be a the size of a large Lego plant if you got one in that same price range and set piece count. So he got one, it's the same price range, but it's 8 plants that are going to be much smaller. So this, you know, you could probably get away with something like that size on his setup. But realistically, I don't have that set because it's like the worst plant one. Well, it makes sense why he picked it. But, you know, he's going to be working with Legos about this big. For it to really be relevant, they're going to need to be that close for it to be interesting. If not, it's just going to be no different than watching him type. You're not going to be able to really see the detail. And, you know, Lego has a lot of detail. The plants, again, a terrible choice because they don't really do anything. Yeah, even something like the Mario plant has like Easter eggs where it's actually a bank and you can put coins in there, and you know, he could show that off and learn about that with the audience. But again, he just picked the worst one. I just don't understand. I saw in the comments some people were theorizing either it's a gift he meant for Kat and didn't end up giving it to her for, I would love to hear you speculate on the reasons why, or something that she got to work and didn't want to build. I wouldn't be surprised if she got it from work and then, you know, Phil convinced her, oh, that's 18 plus, that's too hard for you. You know, he doesn't even text her while driving because he's worried that she might swerve off the road or something. It just, you know, none of it adds up for like anyone who's had normal interactions. And speaking of normal interactions, one of the reasons I started this channel was Broside Phil, and the content he's provided the last week has just been absolutely top tier. But I just loved the way it showed how normal humans interact. When you heard that phone call between the two, it made sense the way they spoke to each other. That's how you would expect humans who have experience interacting with other humans to talk. And it's just so refreshing to see that juxtaposed next to every interaction DSP sees, where you can see it just, he's in such a bad feedback loop from the lack of feedback. So I don't even know if you could ask, it might be an oxymoron, but just the way in his mind, he never thinks he's wrong because he never has any pushback that doesn't get limbed. You know, the lean in manual ban, where I'm big on acronyms, so lim, lean in manual ban. You're going to have to roll with it here. So he's going to have these tiny Legos. They're going to be so far away, and they're not really going to do anything. Like, that was a bank, and I actually specifically picked this set because this is an older set. This is semi like my Wolverine toy. I actually did have this one as a kid, but you know, I went off to college. My mom donated like most of my Legos, and this was one of them. Granted, I had broken it, and these pieces got messed up, so it was, you know, not even anyone's fault but my own that I didn't have it. But as an adult, I could either bitch about it or just get it online and have the fun of rediscovering it all over again. And that's exactly what I did. And it was a great time because Lego is such a quality product. And I'm actually, you know, all for him doing the Lego stream. I just wish he would do it right. And something like this, it's so cool because if you have the right angle, you can show off all the little details. You know, there's stuff in there. The little jack. These things actually work. Like, this is some pretty cool stuff. Like it stays. Like, he could be showing these things, you know, and some of his members, I think, would really like it. Like, oh, you can put the feet down on the truck. You can hook it together. Which order should we put in the cars? You know, I think we all have a few, we know a few precious stones in his audience that I really think would appreciate, you know, that type of content, that type of interactiveness, something a little bit different. You know, I'm not doing this as serious content. I'm just showing what DSP could be doing, should be doing. Like, this isn't exactly the content I want to make, but it's so easy to do correctly. And that's what frustrates me with DSP. And also, he has to stop talking about the whole 18 plus thing. You know, it's going to be just the most simple build ever, especially with how tiny they are. I think someone else had mentioned, you know, that's the type of set you get. It comes with multiple instruction books, and you build it with your friends and family. Like, if you're an adult, You know, you can work on one while your kid works on one, and it's a lot more fun. I build Legos with my nieces and nephews all the time, and you know, it's kind of slow, I'm not gonna lie. So like that would be really fun. And I've actually have a few of the pictures that you hang on the wall, the Mona Lisa and the Milky Way, and I actually have built those with friends, and it's been a really fun time. But there's one set in particular when I was building this. I do believe in Duty Stream's ideology of never sending any money to DSP, and I live by that. But I was building this set right here. And I was so tempted to buy one of these and send it to DSP, because this was legitimately, as a pretty decent Lego builder, this was a legitimately challenging set. It's kind of hard to see it's a boat. I'm sure you'll be able to Google it if you want to see it bigger, but basically the gist of this set is it has pneumatics. And yes, pneumatics, because it's air, not hydraulics, which wouldn't require liquid pressure. Sorry, it has pneumatics, and it's actually a really cool set. You can set the position of these arms on the boat by turning the pneumatic valve and then pumping it. And that actually brings it up, and there's no mechanics, it's just air lines. There's no tank, it just fills the pressure in the airline and pushes it up or down based on the position. You can actually store up a little bit of pressure in the airline, so if you keep it locked and then pump it a lot, oh, that happens, but it'll hold some pressure and be able to go down. And you know, this was, like I said, a kind of difficult build, and I think probably took me 2 days. There's also a mechanism that you can twist and it'll move the sail in different directions. And I honestly do not think DSP would be able to complete this set. Not because it's difficult, which it actually was, but just because of his inability to follow directions. They're just very, very, very nuanced. And even I had trouble, you know, noticing some of the pins you would have to push in at a specific time. Or lining up the gear mechanisms in the right way when you put it in place. And speaking that, this is another set. That I don't believe DSP would be able to build either. It actually is, I didn't practice this, but it's geared so everything actually rotates and spins in proportion. And again, the level of detail of setting something up when you're building that, you really have to be mindful of where the gears are, where the mechanisms are, and we saw how quick DSP is to blame the mechanism. So I'm actually like excited to see this, but also dreading it. That's how I kind of want to do the ReeStream. And thank you again for everyone joining me, because this is great practice for my commentary. I knew getting in front of everyone was going to be hard, but I did not expect it to be this hard. So thank you so much for bearing with me. I do have just one more thing I want to say about this stream before I let you all go. I think Raw Phil is doing a Tekken 8 lobby tonight, but I'm not going to lie, I have no idea how to forward people. But that's something good that I know to learn that for next time. But the last thing I wanted to pull up was just, if you don't know if you noticed these notes here, but you know, DSP's always talking about this 2 camera setup that's going to be great for the Legos. But again, it just doesn't make sense the way the cameras are placed. Neither of them are going to be good views. And yeah, at the end of the day, neither. What's the point of having two bad views? The industry I work in, it deals with a lot of information. We have the term junk in, junk out. You know, it's cool that you added a new view, but what's the point of adding a new one if they're both terrible? It'd just be better to improve the first. So, with that being said, I know a lot of people don't really follow me on Twitter, so I just wanted to bring this up here. This is a little preview that I had put together. And you can see here, it utilizes the 2-camera setup, but a bit different than what Phil's going to do. Yes, Phil has 2 cameras, but A, they're both horrible angles, and B, you really kind of want a picture-in-picture view with something as detail-oriented as Legos. You know, having that, if his hand's blocking something, it might only be blocking it for a few seconds, so having that, you know, picture-in-picture view is really helpful, and it's not that hard to set up scenes in OBS to just kind of switch between this and have this. And if you look at the date on that, that's January 5th, 2015, or 2025 I put that together, when he's still playing Indiana Jones, because that's why I did it, because it was such more so relevant than, you know, again, these plants that he's been talking about December, and it's just so frustrating because he's picking the worst sets. There's Indiana Jones sets he could have done, Lego Mario sets he could have done, and, you know, I clearly love this shit. I know it's so hard to follow chat. That's something I'm gonna work on. I haven't really been looking at it, but I did see something about, like, there's a lot of Legos in the household. I'm not gonna lie, I do not. These are all mine. It's a combination of ones actually from my childhood that didn't get donated, some sets that I replaced. If you've checked out my last video, I found a loophole. I'm not even kidding. Like, sets are like literally less than half the price if you buy them in France. So I'll buy them in France. They only ship domestically, have them shipped to my friend's house, then go grab them when I come here. And that's actually, that train station is one of them. I got it for 30 bucks. And in America, it would have cost over 100. And this whole setup is actually just the mechanism I used when I was learning to code. I got really interested in coding, and the project that kind of motivated me with that was I was making a rail signal system for my setup, and it was actually really cool. I used an Arduino, just like you saw in that RGB paper plate dealie that I made. I can actually pull that up. You know, this is all really cool, fun stuff. So I ran an Arduino. I actually have lasers hooked to it that would identify the position of the trains. Then the code would run logic, and that would, I had LEDs and little train signal dealies that were around the track, and they would change based on the location of the train and the logic that I programmed into it. It used real electromechanical relays, so it actually clicked when the lights would change, so it had that real nice sound, because, you know, it's probably pretty clear that I'm a train style individual, so that hearing the clicking of the relays, it sounds nice. So I liked that project, because I could, you know, have codes that would just make them click to hear them click. So that was kind of why I have this set all up, because I was just using that as a motivation to make the train system. One moment. And this brings me into the next thing. You know, this is a good idea that DSP's trying this. And in another one of my videos, I had mentioned he should get a 3D printer. And that would be a really good way to involve his community, because, you know, they could also 3D print the same things. They could submit models. You know, it's nice. It's a set it and forget it thing. You could set it at the beginning of the morning stream, and it could be done by the end of the night stream. You know, he likes his tinkering tech streams. It could scratch that itch too. you know, you could do a fundraiser for the 3D printer, which in reality aren't that expensive. But that kind of brings me into this. This is something I was working on, which is the signal system. You would put that breadboard that was on screen in there. You could connect it to there. You'd have display information. And you could do this. And then this top panel, I actually 3D printed myself to kind of hold the non-Lego components. And it's just nice to learn 3D modeling, how to code, how to use 3D printers. I'm not the type of person that can just, learn from the book. I have to learn from experience, and doing this stuff isn't hard. And that's why it's so frustrating seeing DSP, because he just doesn't try to get off level 1. And I have a full-time job. I work 40 hours a week, and I can, it doesn't take long to watch a YouTube video and just try something for a couple hours. It's, no different than, do I want to play video games tonight? Do I want to make a video tonight? Do I want to do this? Because I believe in the social battery. I can't, I don't want to be held every moment of the day. And then I think that's fair to say. And that's something, Phil scoffed at the idea and just doesn't understand. Sometimes it's just nice to kind of just work on yourself, and it's just completely lost on him. So yeah, that's enough ranting about DSP. He should get a 3D printer. He should do Legos better. I'm sure all of you in the chat have a million comments on what he should do better. I'm sure you have a million comments on what I should do better. And actually, that's what I would love to hear right now. I've pretty much wrapped up everything that I wanted to say. Actually, my nerves are just getting to me. And, I think I accomplished a lot here today, considering this is my first time streaming. I appreciate everyone, joining me for this, because honestly, I need you guys here to see if this works. I need to see if the chat works, the pop-ups work. And it seems like everything is, and I'm so appreciative for you being here for that. I know we all give Phil a hard time, and that's the thing Phil doesn't understand, is the context. It's expected that a brand new content creator is going to have some hiccups, but he's been doing this for 16 years. He shouldn't have these ongoing issues every single night. And I don't know if anyone's calling me out in the comments. These are actually fake Legos that I got from AliExpress. For a lot of my mock-up builds, I'll actually use those just because they're cheaper and more easily available. They're pretty much just as good. They're much better than even like Mega Bloks were back in the day. The quality's pretty much increased. Good clicking friction. My only complaint is they're a little bit lighter of a plastic. It's probably a lower density. And the discoloration among batches is a bigger issue. But, for industrial builds like this, or just for mocking stuff out, they're really great. Sorry, I knew I told y'all to tell me what I was doing wrong, and I ignored the comments. And y'all are too nice. Nothing mean to say. Yeah, like I said, that's really all I had. I just wanted to kind of test everything out. Blow off some steam about DSP. It was nice watching the Truth Seekers and Toxicity Unmasked was on kind of when I was setting all this up. So that was really fun to see. If they're still on, I'd recommend going there. Like I said, the Raw Phil, I believe, has a Tekken Raw 8 lobby. I don't know how to do the thing, but I would love to do that now. Thank you again for joining me, everyone. I really appreciate everyone watching all the videos. Subscribing, liking all your comments. It really is appreciated. I know DSP was talking about why he won't set up a new channel, and it'll take a year for me to get it monetized. And that's just not the case. Yous are awesome, and it's just great to be here making content. The only drawback from making content, and I see H-bombs in here, so you can probably agree with me that the more content you make, the less you can participate in the community. Yeah, you can have stuff up in the background while you're setting up, but it's harder to get into chats. it's really hard to have it in the forefront, and that's not something kind of I expected. So I feel really bad. So that's when I started. I think my first video was in September. I've been watching DSP for about a year and a half. Roach, wait, can I subscribe to people? Do you have videos? I'm trying to see, can I subscribe to people from here? As I started probably about at this point 2 years ago, and it was very much I came from the Chris Chan, Cyrax people when Smokey MCC and Kiwi Tapes were just starting up, so it's crazy to see how big they are. And then, that stuff is just so rough. You can only watch that stuff for so long. So, Duty Streams, I think, was what showed up in my algorithm first. And then it was all of that. Yeah, Big Dog SPS, probably about when I did Realm. Is that probably just right after the Side Scrollers interview, which is actually how it probably came up in my algorithm. And that was kind of wild because, what that's something that brings you in. You're like, oh, is this like happening all the time? And you kind of don't understand the ebbs and flows of the community yet. So it's kind of weird to have that overwhelming content, then the well kind of dry up, and then DSP goes through all its phases. I actually prefer boring DSP. I feel like it makes less of a rush on content. Content creators can kind of pick and choose what they want to poke their finger on. When he has this big spoon rant, you're just going to see that on every creator's website, which is awesome. Like, we should all cover it. Absolutely, we should make the record of it. But when he says so much dumb stuff, there's just every detractor could pick a tiny small thing and expand on it, and we would never run out. Even if he stops making videos today with Pig Go, his backlog, not that I would keep on making DSP content, probably. I think I would transition to more tech stuff like this, which is actually where I want this channel to go. But the tech community is a lot harder judging, I feel like, than this community. So I feel like this is a great place to learn how to do all of this stuff, so I can, branch out. And obviously, I'm probably going to be doing this for as long as DSP's around, and I'm making content because it's just so fascinating to me. And now I'm talking in circles like DSP does. So thank you everyone for joining me. Have a great night and take care. Thank you all.